Hello everyone, my name is Arfat Manga. I am a member of a group which consists of 4 individuals. We are a team who is going to create a plan for the project delivery team room. So first let us talk about what exactly this project is all about. Now talking about this project, in this delivery room we are going to build a room which is going to serve the purpose of planning, designing and administrative purposes for the upcoming construction project. Now this room is going to be built on the first floor of the already existing building. The schedule for this project is like it is going to be started from the 3rd of September and we completed with a change of occupancy, certificate of occupancy in hand by 1st of January. Now the question is why to build this room. So once this room is built, it will help in promoting collaboration among all the members involved in the project, as well as it will help in bringing all the perspectives of the member into picture. Now let us talk about the idea that is used for this project, that is integrated project delivery. Now the idea of IPD came up by bringing everybody together at the start of the project. What does IPD do? So integrated project delivery is all about bringing the owner, the contractor, the architect as well as the trade partners together and work as a team which will help to complete the goal of the project. Now the question arises, why is this important? So the short answer for this is that by using IPD techniques we can find the solutions to the problem which otherwise cannot be found on our own. Also at times we can get immediate solutions for the questions which arises as everybody works as a part of a team. Now how exactly we did this, how we executed the plan, and every minute details will be further explained by my team members. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shangarab Bera. I'm doing Masters in Industrial Engineering in Clemson University. So this is a project 1 of our course CSM 8360. It's an integrated project delivery and we are doing a project delivery team room designing in this project. So my teammates are Madhur, Khade, Omkar, shitole, Arfat Manga. Coming to the next slide is the project goal. I like to tell the IPD in a very short term in my words. Like IPD stands for Integrated Project Delivery, and Integrated Project Delivery is a collaborative alliance of people systems, business structures and practices into a process that harness the talents and insights of all participants to optimize the project results. So we are using this IPD to design this fully delivery team room design, how the design of the collection space will encourage collaboration and outlining process for arriving at the solution, including incorporation of ITB principles and strategies. Schedule that process fast track the project. So we have done a scheduling also to make the project complete in between 1st January as we have given the schedule from 3rd September to 1st January. So I'll come into the schedule later and the cost estimation and the budgeting of this whole project. Let's proceed to the next slide. Is design the floor. So you can see this is our design. We have many revisions. So first we selected the architect. Among our 4 team members we selected one who can access of the software and with him with the Skype or WhatsApp video calling or the social sites we utilize for the first time. So selection of drawing software was the main thing, so we have selected AutoCAD and we did a lot of brainstorming, as I said, using social networking sites and the apps. Design changes were in the 3 phases. So first of all, we made the design not in the software, but it was whole in the freehand drawing and we were trying to allocate the position and the runs. Those things were done in the first schematic design. We proceed to the next phase is the design development stage. So in design development stage, not only allocate rooms, but we also designated the conference room, the office room, the sitting area, and the washroom, restrooms, and all these things. And the next instruction stage. So it was the page. In there, what we did is we allocated the people or the person, assigned rooms. Suppose it is the owner's room, financial consultant room, and this is the architect's office. This is the constructor, and here is the facility service subgroups such as electrical, mechanical, and structural. All will be in there. Coming to the next slide, we can see here is the waiting room. So first, beside room just in front of the main entrance. The reason is we don't want any person to come and directly go into the department and look around, so this is not desirable. So waiting room should be just in front of the main entrance, and from there visitor appointments according to their appointments. And all couches, so it can accommodate more than 20 people time. Okay, so proceed to the next thing is the conference. We have three total conference rooms. First conference room, it is just adjacent to the owner's office. The reason it's just beside to the owner's office is owner is the main person who can end up changes all the necessary decisions. So for approval or any other new idea development, he should accommodate all the cross-functional teams and external stakeholders and visitors. So you need a big room, huge room for this, and for keeping in mind this reason, this room the biggest one. The next is conference room and 3. As you can see, the conference room is the mid-size conference room because we need this mid-size room for internal sessions such as the financial advisor and our consultant and our architect and all other facilities of group and change their or any kind of decision or brainstorming can be done in here. And this is mostly added for the weekly meeting room. So we will proceed to the next conference room, is the third conference 3. This is near to the facility subgroups. As you can see, the facilities plumbing, electrical, mechanical, structural people, so they need to make any decision with all together. They should be agreed. In that case, they need a daily meeting room. It should be like the shape and closer to that. So we have made this conference room, just even though all these conference rooms are adjacent to someone or near to some office rooms, that doesn't make sense to other people. All this office floor will have this thing. So conference 2 and 3 are all the employees or person sitting in this office floor. The next is office rooms. So as rooms has been mentioned in this square, it's the owner's office, financial advisor office, the consultant's office, and the architect's office. So 3 are the main person who can take the decisions, and they are the approval team members. So they should be staying together because most time it becomes a tree like owner, then there are 2 branches, architect and advisors. Then this branch goes to general contractors, subcontractors, developers. That comes to this branch, the financial advisors, and they have the facility service subgroups in here. So to make a little tree kind of picture, we have mentioned structural design in our office or planning. So oftentimes external stakeholder end user used to visit them frequently. So intentionally put them just in front of the conference room one so that they can have a very easy this room. The next is office room of general contractor, subcontractor and developer's office. These 3 are very essential because they have a very close interaction with architect and also the advisors. So they should be all together, and we have so that they can also access to this workplace, and I'll come to the workplace later. And also you can see on the other facility groups such as plumbing, mechanical, electrical and structural, they will be sitting all together in an office room because they have a lot of cross-functional decision making and they cannot do without any of them be all together make a decision, so that the collaboration work will be very much efficient and in a great ease. The next is the common workplace. So this common workplace has been designed in such a way so that contractors, the external suppliers, or some intern or co-op can sit here and do their work. And also on the other hand, room 1, conference room 2 and conference room 3 are all occupied, so people cannot go for the availability of these conference rooms so that they can use workplace for their meetings, and they can use this conference table for a large amount of people. so that they can do it very efficiently and you don't need to wait for anything. And also sometimes visitor comes and a one to two person book this much big that, so you can easily come into this and you can do meetings or any kind of group discussion in here that stays around 15 minutes to 30 minutes. You can easily go where you don't require the presentation format, and you just need to have a group discussion in here very efficiently. And as you can see, it's in the nearly the center of the floor design, and it will be very much access to all these office buildings, and the architect, developer, everyone will be sitting here. Next thing is storage, kitchen, restrooms. These three are the main necessary things, and it's very common to all office floor design. As you can see, still kitchen, and the kitchen will consist of a refrigerator and the eating place and food vending machines, so that people will, if they come here in lunchtime, and they can eat, because people usually don't carry foods in the lunch, they can come in the vending machine, they can help them. The file room is very good place to the general contract groups, so that they can easily access stationaries and also some personal protective equipments, PPEs, and office stationaries. And the storage room is for this facility subgroups, service subgroups, because in storage room they can store equipment, suppose mechanical equipment, electrical equipment, or anything else. And the restroom is for both men and women. As you can see, this is very common for any restroom, men and women. The next is, how did we build this thing? First of all, we build a group. It's in WhatsApp group. WhatsApp is a social networking platform. So it's the first time we used WhatsApp for this education purpose. Usually this is very helpful for group chatting and group videoing, and also you can see Skype chatting. So Skype video calling is added advantage just because of it. We can share screen, what we can our laptop or PC or anything share to our group. So we used both of this to turn a WhatsApp group in WhatsApp for sharing files and media, and also our thoughts. Every 2 days a week we used to call in WhatsApp and Skype as share our research materials, like we were doing some internet research. So we used to get updated our team members so that they can understand what context we are talking about and what kind of progress we are making. Our design changes were also done in Skype using the screen sharing features, as I said before, because one person had the access of the software, designing software, and he was doing the whole designing, and we were just doing the brainstorming over the online Skype. The next thing is scheduling. The scheduling was done in week 1, week 2. So you can see how we have designated the dates along this, and there is the activities we have mentioned. So the first week we have dedicated to pre-construction planning and site clearing and RCC works. So this first week we have allocated these 3 things because these are the very necessary first step of this project. And we can come to the next week. 3 and 4 has been given to the masonry work, timber work, ground drainage, and floor waterproofing. So it a lot of changes, like this takes so much time. So we have mentioned scheduling in here for week 2 and week 3, and as you can see we overlap these things so that we don't need some extra things. We can see week 10 to week 9 the internal plastic so much time to do. We have allocated a much more time rather compared to the other work, so we can do it very efficiently, and this is a very precise thing. And we have also overlapped like our railing metal work and cascade boards, everything drywall construction work has been overlapped so that we don't miss deadline. And the last 3 days you have seen, it's like a buffer for us. We have created this just for final inspection, final cleaning, handing over the project to the owner and our end users. So this is how we have scheduled, and you can see before Christmas it will be all done. So from the 1st January is a new year, the people can start in a new work. That's our goal. The next is budget or cost estimation. So it time, because cost estimation was like we have revised so many times, we did so many internal internet research, and we have also talked to so many people. Just estimated around $1 million. So all done, but however it was coming more than that previously. The foundation cost, farming cost, interior and exterior cost, all the highest ones, and which leaves more scope of cost reduction factors. So after transformation, we were able to cut down the extra costs and we get down near 1.27 million. To be precise, you can see here 1273500 million dollars. The next thing the lesson I learned in this project was it's a very diverse group and diverse background. We were working some of our industrial engineers and just one construction science management. So we were a real diverse group with diverse background, and most of them are working professionals. So one of them was a student. So out of our huge skill, we have a firm planning, which helped us to scoop up time from our busy work schedule. And we also had brainstorming, which really improved our primary ideas. Ours was a child's work; it was not that much convincible work. So we did, and our professor also helped, and also our peers have helped in this thing. And we also implemented this WhatsApp group chat and Skype group calling for the thing, and it was a very new experience for us. The peer evaluations were really improved our works, because we don't know, we always think what we are doing is right, but our peer thought further. So the fresh set of eyes were really worked. It was really new for me to learn, and we also mitigated small issues or disputes by group discussion. We didn't leave any of the small disputes so that it can come further. So we came into an agreement, then we proceed to our next steps. And we also with our peers, because yeah, it's a cross-functional teamwork and I really enjoyed it doing. Thank you so much.
A very good morning to everyone. This is Omkar here. Today I will be shedding some light on the importance of collaboration. My team members include Madhur, Shangarab, and Arfat. Today here we'll be speaking about a co-location floor plan. How did we design that and what factors did we contribute in helping us to design the floor plan? I totally back the idea. I totally back the idea that designing and construction significantly improves if the designers and construction companies start aligning their interests and try removing the legal barriers to collaboration. Now it's pretty easy to say such things, but what will make it happen so that all these floors, all the strategic placing of these plans come into consideration? This is where co-location comes in handy. The most important part of co-location is the scheduling of the space. How did we decide to put an architect office here? How did we decide to put the owner's office here? All this is based upon during co-location. Having all employees in a single working space instead of working independently and never being able to meet in person is always preferred. Doing so will enhance a human interaction with each other in many more effective ways than using electronic ways of communication. Having everyone at one space will definitely enhance creativity. The more important facts we'll be going through today will be the significance of co-location, the requirements of collaboration, strategic placements of individual offices, which I previously mentioned. How do we enhance collaboration with this strategic placement? Small but very important ideas. And the most important thing which I really loved is the engineering room. Here we'll start about the plan. This plan which we have is made up of on the first floor of an existing building. This space is strategically designed in a way to accommodate the designer, the construction contractors, the subcontractors, the architect, the owner, a lot of conference rooms, and the workforce, the engineers itself, keeping in mind that these are different offices to enhance the human interaction and thereby increase productivity. We will start with the waiting room. The waiting room comes in the first interaction with the customer or anyone visiting the plant, which also has quite a lot of space and which doesn't let the visitors view all the parts of the office. The second one being the owner's room. The owner's room is very close to the exit and which makes him do as much as less work as possible. The strategically placement of this conference room one is very nice for the owner, which is also the biggest conference room we have on this floor. All the important meetings which the owner needs to attend will be held here in the first conference room. Moving on to the architect office, the general contractor office, and the subcontractor office. All these are placed as close to each other because they will have to work together and work hand in hand in a lot of situations. Therefore, placing them closely was the best idea we could have. Moving on to the next one, the engineering and the workplace location. The engineers definitely need working. They are interdependent on each others. All the engineers have to collaborate with the other teams significantly. Mechanicals, electricals, the structurals, the planning team sits together. They also have a pretty spacious workspace given. The conference room, we have three conference room in our plan. The first conference room, as we discussed, is very close to the owner's office, and all the important meetings, significant meetings, the financial meetings will be held in the conference room one. The conference room two and three are significantly a bit smaller, which are quite suffice to all the needs of the engineering space and the architectural space. Moving on to the file room and the storage room. Here, unlike most offices, we have separate file room and storage rooms. The file room will be used for most important documents. All the important documents will be stored here, while the storage room will have the printing section, the scanning section, the stationery will be held here to avoid confusions, and all the important stuff will be separated from and safely and placed in the file room, saving time and yes, thereby increasing efficiency. The most important thing, as I spoke about, the engineering room. As I said, engineers don't work alone. They have to work with the different engineers during their time. So having an engineering room really helps out everyone here to increase that efficiency again. All the engineers will have their own separate room to enhance that creativity as well. We also have some coffee areas strategically placed everywhere in the office. As you can see, it's very close to the file room and the storage room where people mostly come and they could have a cup of coffee and refresh their minds. We also have made provisions for kitchen. Kitchen will help people feel relaxed, take a quite needed break, and it's close to all the employees. So that is all I have. We also have some uh, rooms for washrooms, which I could not mention, which I forgot to mention, and that is placed as far from the visiting room because yeah, and that's all I have. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Madhur and I will be speaking on how this plan of the co-location space prepared by us will enhance collaboration. To begin with, we all know that co-location is an important aspect of a successful IPD project. With the help of co-location, the communication process among the different members of the core committee of the project will enhance. In-person, face-to-face interaction can always be more effective than a long email conversation over a few weeks. As you can see, this is the floor plan of the co-location space designed by us. The co-location space is located on the first floor of an existing building. The main aim of this plan is to make the collaboration process smooth. When different people come together, they all can put in their creative ideas and inputs, and it will also help to develop trust among themselves, which is very important for the success of any project. The architect, contractor, subcontractor, designer, and the engineers form the core committee. They we have allocated them offices next to each other, which will make collaboration easy. The engineers are responsible for the execution of the plans on site. We have provided a common office for all the engineers, which will ensure that the engineering obstacles are discussed together and a solution could be found out. Each of the engineers will have their individual working space. There are three different conference rooms. Major meetings, discussion will take place in the conference room. Each one is of a different size. Three conference rooms will ensure no time is lost because of an ongoing meeting. There is a provision for a special file room also. Major files pertaining the project will be kept in the file room. Also, it will contain important project documents and some financial documents too. For printing, scanning tasks, the storage room can be used. It will also have stationery, books, blank files, etc. Keeping the mental strain and stress of the members in mind, special coffee machine is placed in the passage area. The owner has a special room to monitor the entire project activities. There is a large workspace area provided which has tables, chairs, where people sit together and discuss about the project. Important members like financial consultants, subcontractors also have been provided with a separate room. We also have included a kitchen room where people can cook their own food and feel at home. This will help them get creative ideas. So, these were the things that we kept in mind while creating the floor plan of the co-location space. Thus, I would like to conclude that the co-location room is a good investment and it will be influential in the success of the project. Thank you.